ballot papers that are arriving in the country at the airport. All ballot papers will come through Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. There are no ballot papers from Uganda or anywhere else. So don't accept individuals to lie to you. All ballot papers are serialized. We are only printing ballot papers to the tune of 22,120,258, which is the number of registered voters per every elective seat. So you multiply that by the 6 elective positions and you'll get the total number of ballot papers which are being printed. So there's no additional ballot paper. We know very well that there's never 100% voter turnout. So whoever, if there's any spoiled vote, it will be accommodated within that number. Those ballot papers are serialized, they have security features, and they are specific to that polling station. So we have, if a polling station has 600 voters, the ballot papers that station will be 600. So there's nothing like extra ballot papers being printed. So let's be true to ourselves. And I think in our engagement with the stakeholders, we have told them that an arrangement is being made. I think the CEO is finalizing on that to have some of the stakeholders travel to the printers in Greece to witness the printing of ballot papers, and especially the presidential ballot papers, which will be the last in the series for printing. So that transparency is there. The tender was done in an open, transparent manner. The commissioners and myself are not involved in the tendering process. It's a management issue, and I believe it was tested in the dispute resolution systems. And so, as a commission, we are aware this is election time. Of course, there's bound to be misinformation, and I'm happy, Kenya Daima, you've offered us a partnership in that respect to help us disseminate this information. Madam Cherera, I hope you'll pick it up, that we have partners here, we can communicate. We just want to communicate the truth, and nothing but the truth. So let's stop misinforming Kenyans. Let's all work together to have a peaceful election. Another aspect that is ongoing is preparation of the staff who will manage the elections. As we speak, we had a meeting with the officers, the returning officers, and we all are ready for the election. There's ongoing recruitment of various presiding officers, deputies, and clerks who will manage the election. So we have over 46,000 polling stations, which then we expected to have 6 individuals per polling station, a presiding officer, a deputy, and 4 clerks. And in that polling station, there will be 2 police officers manning the security in that polling station. What we are telling Kenyans and candidates, please have your agents in those polling stations. Voting will go on. The results will be, the votes will be counted, the results will be announced, and agents should have copies of the results. The result forms will be available for agents. Let everybody take a photo of the result form if they so wish. We have had an arrangement with the media, the sector working group. The media will have a presence in the polling stations, and at least in all the 290 constituencies, we are saying the media can report the results as they come out. Report results, but not declare so-and-so is the winner. That declaration is for us, the commission, and the returning officers who have been gazetted for that purpose. So what am I saying? Is that the results belong to the people of Kenya. They are not a secret. And so when we talk about servers, the server is actually at the polling station. So if we all have the results, candidates have their results, what are we doing at the tallying center? We are simply meeting to compare notes of your results and what the commission has received. So I think if we all work together, we should not have a situation where there's contestation around results transmission. But having said that, the Commission will do what the law requires. We shall transmit the results for presidential, the National Tallying Center. We shall also get the physical results. We shall verify in the presence of agents who will also have their copies. And we shall come up with a declaration as to who has won the contest. It's a transparent process, and we look forward to working with the stakeholders. I also want to touch on stakeholder engagement, which you have mentioned in your remarks, Mr. Vimal. We are working closely with the National Police Service, and I think this was touched on by our CEO, where we have been assured that we have sufficient police officers to protect Kenyans during this period of elections. We shall have 2 officers per polling station. Remember, we have over 46,000 polling stations. We shall have officers manning tallying centers. That then is both at the constituency, county, and the National Tallying Center. And we have been informed that the country will be secure during this period. So I want to assure business people and other Kenyans that they should not worry during election time. Just go vote and go about what you do. You should not be worried about the security during that time. In case you are aggrieved, and this we have witnessed as a commission, we have a working arrangement with the judiciary through Judicial Committee on Elections. We have been holding meetings with this committee and discussing various ways of how to manage disputes before and after elections. This committee also has arranged trainings for magistrates, judges, which the commission attended and trained the magistrates and judges on how we do the elections. I see from the program that there was some training which will go on after this, and I think it's important that you pay attention so that we move together as a country. We also have working relationships with the DPP. As a commission, the law requires that we manage code of conduct. During nomination of candidates, the political parties and candidates signed a code of conduct. And then the commission is expected to enforce this code of conduct, which we did from the 20th of January this year when we gazetted the election, gave a notice of election in the Gazette notice. However, at some point, the High Court declared the Electoral Code of Conduct unconstitutional. So we have been hampered about enforcing the Code of Conduct. There are many complaints which have been coming to us, but what we do is then forward them to the DPP, and the DPP then is expected to prosecute these individuals through the magistrate's court. I'm yet to see any of the matters in the magistrate's courts. As a commission, what the law had provided for us is that the code of conduct is quasi-judicial. It doesn't follow the rules of evidence and the criminal procedure code. So we were able in 2017 to dispense with complaints within 24 to 48 hours, and we brought sanity on the table. But this time round, because of the court judgment, we are unable to enforce the code of conduct, so we are relying entirely on the DPP. We were not happy with the judgment of the High Court. We filed an appeal in the Court of Appeal. The case was heard 2 weeks ago, but we were told the judgment will be on 4th of November. So again, 4th of November means that we cannot then as a commission do what the Constitution expected us to do. So mine is to appeal to Kenyans, please campaign peacefully, respect each other, and in the counties we have our peace committees through our county election managers preaching the same gospel. Campaign peacefully. But as it relates to criminal activities around the the election time with the DPP then will be seized of the matter. I want to finish off by saying that as a commission, we are committed to work with Kenya Daima, and we want to move together in the remaining 30 days. I hope you've been invited to a national conference coming up on 11th and 12th, and I believe you should also be invited to the National Tallying Center so that you can participate when we're coming up with the final results for president.